Today I'm going to share with you 3 high-end bass flutes. So what's the difference between a more intermediate instrument and one of these high-end instruments? Typically, it's the metals that they're made out of, as well as the fact that they are all handmade. Before we get started, I just wanted to remind you about all of the perks that I have for you at the Flute Center. If you're looking for a new instrument, whatever that may be, you can use my code Gina on their website and you'll get free shipping, an extended trial, as well as an extended warranty, as well as 10% off of all sheet music. If you're looking to sell your flute through the Flute Center of New York and you have any repairs that need to be done on your instrument, you'll get $25 off of that, and you can learn more about consigning your instruments in this video right here. Let's first start with the Yamaha bass flute. If you watched my high-end alto flutes video, you'll have already heard me say this, but Yamahas are very, very popular among high-end low flutes, in both alto flutes and bass flutes. Of all bass flutes that I know of flutists owning that are in the high-end range, it is usually this instrument. This was actually one of the first bass flutes I ever played because Jim Walker, my teacher, both at Colburn and USC, had these as like the studio flutes that we got to play. We were very spoiled because these are great instruments. So it was really fun playing those when I was in college. And so I'm excited to revisit them here today. The model of this instrument is the YFL B441 and is made of gold brass alloy. The lip plate and riser are made of silver and the mechanism is silver plated. It has a hand-cut head joint and the instrument is handmade in Japan. Before I play it for you, I want to show you the case that it comes with. At least for me, before I purchase an instrument, I just want to know everything that it's coming with so that I know, is that case going to work for me? Am I going to have to get another case? You know, anything like that. The more you know, right? So anyway, I want to show this to you. It has the same case that the altos from Yamaha come with, so it's just the bigger design. So it has this nice soft outer case, also has the zip pocket right here. Let's see what it comes with. Okay, so we have a cleaning cloth and a polishing cloth, as well as a shoulder strap. It's padded, which is nice. That'll definitely make a difference. And then you can either carry it by the straps here, or you can attach the shoulder strap there. Let me open it up for you to show you the interior of this. Okay, so it's identical to the alto flute. So it has a nice fuzzy interior, soft interior, and then you have your hard case. Let me open that so you can see what that looks like. And this is the interior, and it does come with a nice cleaning rod right here. And one thing that's nice is that there's a little pouch right here, and this is where you put the crutch. I will show that to you in a minute, but you put that right here. So this right here is the crutch, and it just fits right here in the palm of your hand, and it just helps hold the instrument for you. It just makes it easier to reach these keys, and it feels really nice on your hand right there. Let's hear what this sounds like. It's a really great sound, and one thing that I love is sometimes on bass flutes it's really hard to get the low register out and to have it be predictable, and it works really well on this instrument. Let me play it a little bit more for you. So it's really even throughout the different registers, which is great. Yeah, I mean, this instrument, it can go up to a high G super easily. Let me try pushing that a little bit and see what that sounds like. Goes up to a high B very easily. It's a great instrument. Next up, we have an Altus bass flute. The Altus bass flute has a silver-plated curved head joint with a sterling silver lip plate and riser. Its body and mechanism are silver-plated, and it is handmade. Now, of course, this has a different type of material that it's made out of from the Yamaha, so it's going to have a different sound. See what you think. this has a really great sound. It's very loud. Like you can put a lot of air into it and it projects really, really well. So that's awesome. I feel like I can put a lot of air into the low register without worrying that it's going to crack like a lot of other bass flutes, which is really nice when you're playing it. It just makes you feel a lot more comfortable and you're not like guessing like, oh, I hope this note comes out. Let's play a little bit more and see what it sounds like. See, I can really push that low C, which is not very common. Yeah, it goes to the high G so easy. Let's play a little bit more. Like the sound of this one. One thing I forgot to mention is the way that this crutch is right here. It's different than the Yamaha. That one is like the black one, and it's much larger. This one is smaller and it's made out of metal, but it feels really good on the hands. It doesn't feel too heavy or anything, and it distributes the weight very well, and it's very comfortable. And one thing that is interesting that the Altus alto flute also had that I like is that on the C key, it is larger. Rather than, you know, these kinds of keys, it's just longer, and then it just makes it easier to hold the instrument, I think, personally. Especially I have smaller hands, so I do really appreciate that. Let's try that high register to hear what that sounds like and see how far I can push this instrument. That was a high C. That came out so easy, and I don't think it was like too harsh or anything. Obviously it's not as sweet of a sound as the lower, you know, the instrument goes, but it sounds really good, especially for a high C. Let me do that one more time. Yeah, very easy to play. Let me show you the case that this one comes with. It is, what I'm seeing from the outside anyway, the exact same as the Altus alto flute. So it has this nice soft case on the outside with a shoulder strap. These are all the same, basically. And then the interior also has the white, soft, fuzzy material. And let me get into the hard case. Oh, underneath here we have our cleaning rod, and then cleaning cloth, polishing cloth, and then the hard case. It's the same color as the alto, this beautiful green. And last but certainly not least is the Sankyo bass flute. These are really known for being just amazing bass flutes, so I'm excited to try this for you. So interesting differences with this bass. First of all, I'm noticing that it is heavier. We'll see how that feels when I'm playing. The next thing that I'm noticing is that the diameter, like the actual tubing of the instrument, is wider than the other ones. So that's also interesting. We'll see how that contributes to the sound. Another thing that I love that's really cool is it actually goes to a low B, which is very, very rare for bass flutes. And lastly, I love this little detail right there. It has the Sankyo logo right there. This bass flute from Sankyo has a hand-cut silver-plated curved head joint and a sterling silver lip plate and riser. The body and mechanism are silver-plated. Its head joint is hand-cut and the entire instrument is handmade. So let's try it out, see what it sounds like. Very excited to try this one. Wow. Oh, wow, this is a great instrument. That I can get down to the low B, like, no problem at all. That's crazy. It sounds so good. Okay, this is the only downside that I am finding so far with this instrument, is it feels like there's a lot of weight right here on my thumb. If I were to get this instrument, probably what I would do is I would get some kind of cushy little pad to put there, just so that it's not so hard on my thumb. But it feels good other than that. It's not, I don't think it's too heavy. I might also, in that case, I would probably put something here as well, just so it's a little bit more cushioned, but it sounds so good. I'm just like, wow, I'm so blown away. Anyway, let me play more for you. Okay, first of all, let me see how far I can push this. Let's see. That is insane. Okay, let me keep going, sorry. Okay, let's try that high register and see how it sounds. So easy, and it sounds really good in the high register. Okay, not bad. Really quickly, I want to show you the case. This is the most unique bass flute case I have ever seen. Are you ready? Okay. It almost looks more like a miniature like violin case or something like that. It's definitely like way smaller than any other bass case I've seen, and actually when I picked it up, I had it of course inside of the case when I first got it, and I was like, oh, is that one of the altos? I didn't think it was one of the basses because it was so light, which is a huge plus, because at least for me, a lot of times I'm going to gigs, I'm carrying my flute, my piccolo, my alto, my bass, and it's so heavy. The bass flute especially, the cases are so heavy, and this one is so lightweight, but it's still like super cushioned, which is fantastic. Anyway, so it has this right here, this handle, and then it also has a shoulder strap. And I wore it around a little bit around my place, and I was like, oh, this is so easy in comparison to all the other basses that I've ever tried. And then the other thing is it has little feet here. I did test it going like this. I personally would never leave it that way because it didn't feel stable enough. Depending on where you're putting it, maybe it would be fine. But at least it does have those in case you want to use them. Let me open up this case. So unlike the other, bass cases that I showed you, those ones all have like the soft outer case, the hard inner case. This is just all in one. So let me show you what it looks like on the interior. So this is what it looks like. So you just open it up and it holds the flute really well. It's very sturdy, which I love, and just very compact. And it's just like much less heavy compared to the other instruments. Let me know which was your favorite in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching. Also, thank you to the Flute Center of New York for making this series possible, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel and follow me on Facebook and Instagram for a bunch of other flute related content coming very soon, and I'll see you next time.